Coming to Canada, the new Prime Minister Mark Carney has directed the Defence Ministry to review a $13.2 billion F-35 fighter jet deal signed with the US.
It's not just Canada, right? Some other countries are also reviewing their contracts to buy these very expensive fighter jets from the US over trade.
Is Canada really scrapping its billion-dollar deal for US-made F-35 fighter jets? Tensions are running high between Ottawa and Washington as new tariffs bite. What started as a trade dispute over steel and aluminum has now escalated to threaten one of the most significant defense partnerships in North America. Could Canada cancel the F-35 deal and turn to European alternatives? In this video, we'll explore the controversy that could shake US-Canada relations to their core. From the history of the F-35 program to the latest diplomatic tensions and potential outcomes, we'll cover it all. To understand why Canada is considering scrapping the F-35 deal, we need to look back at why it joined the program in the first place. Canada officially became a partner in the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter program in 1997, during its early development phase. At the time, the F-35 promised to be a revolutionary aircraft with advanced stealth technology, cutting-edge sensors, and seamless interoperability with allied forces, particularly the US and NATO. However, the decision to purchase the F-35 as Canada's next-generation fighter was made much later, in 2010, under the Conservative government led by Prime Minister Stephen Harper.
We have been participating actively financially in the development of this particular plane.
The plan was to purchase 65 F-35 jets at a cost of approximately $9 billion, with deliveries expected to begin in 2017. But the program quickly ran into trouble. Delays in production, cost overruns, and concerns about the F-35's suitability for Canada's unique defense needs, such as operating in the Arctic, led to widespread criticism. By 2015, the Liberal Party, led by Justin Trudeau, came to power and paused the procurement process.
We'll also take a good, hard look at the Canada First defense strategy. We will not buy the F-35 fighter jet.
Despite this, the F-35 remained a strong contender, and in March 2022, Canada announced its decision to proceed with the purchase of 88 F-35 jets at an estimated cost of $19 billion, with deliveries now expected to begin in 2026. The F-35 promised not only cutting-edge capabilities, but also the ability to operate seamlessly with US and NATO forces. However, the program has faced criticism over delays, cost overruns, and concerns about its suitability for Canada's unique defense needs. Despite these challenges, the F-35 remained the frontrunner until political winds began to shift. The question now is, was the F-35 ever the right choice for Canada, or was it a decision driven by political and strategic alliances rather than practical defense needs? The relationship between Canada and the US took a sharp turn under the Trump administration. Tariffs on Canadian steel, aluminum, and agricultural products sparked a trade war, with Ottawa retaliating by imposing duties on US goods. These tariffs hit key Canadian industries hard, and the economic fallout has now spilled over into the defense sector. As Prime Minister Mark Carney recently stated, "We cannot rely on the US for everything." Defense Minister Bill Blair echoed this sentiment, saying, "We must consider all options to protect Canada's interests." These statements have fueled speculation that Ottawa may cancel the F-35 contract altogether, a move that would have far-reaching implications. The tariffs have not only strained economic ties, but also raised questions about the future of US-Canada defense cooperation. The question is, are these tariffs just a bargaining chip, or do they signal a deeper rift in the relationship between the two nations? Could a decade-long plan be reversed over a trade dispute? The possibility is now on the table. Prime Minister Mark Carney has hinted at reconsidering the F-35 deal, stating, "We need to ensure our defense investments align with our national interests." Defense Minister Bill Blair has also signaled openness to alternatives, saying, "All options are being evaluated." The Canadian public and media have reacted strongly, with many calling for a shift away from US defense contracts. As tensions rise, the question remains, will Ottawa follow through on its threat to cancel the F-35 deal? The decision is not just about defense, it's about sending a message to Washington that Canada will not be pushed around. The Canadian Parliament is also divided on the issue, with some lawmakers arguing that cancelling the deal would be a costly mistake, while others see it as an opportunity to assert Canada's independence. If Canada scraps the F-35 deal, what are the alternatives? European options like the Eurofighter Typhoon, French Rafale, and Swedish Gripen are being considered. Each has its pros and cons. The Eurofighter Typhoon is highly versatile but lacks the F-35's stealth capabilities. The Rafale is known for its adaptability to harsh climates, while the Gripen offers lower maintenance costs. However, none of these jets can fully match the F-35's fifth-generation technology. European manufacturers are actively courting Canada, seeing an opportunity to replace the F-35 with their own jets. But the question is, does Canada prioritize stealth and interoperability with the US, or does it opt for cost-effectiveness and diversification? The decision will have long-term implications for Canada's defense strategy and its role in global alliances. Additionally, switching to European jets would require significant changes to Canada's defense infrastructure, training programs, and supply chains, adding another layer of complexity to the decision. Washington is not taking Canada's threats lightly. Pentagon officials have expressed frustration, stating, "We expect Canada to keep its commitments." The White House has warned that canceling the F-35 deal could strain bilateral relations and impact NATO collaboration. If Canada truly goes European, it could signal a broader shift in global defense alliances. As one analyst put it, this isn't just about fighter jets. It's about the future of Canada's role on the world stage. The US has long seen Canada as a key ally, but this move could change that dynamic. The question is, how far is Ottawa willing to go to assert its independence? The US has also hinted at potential reprisals, including additional tariffs or reduced cooperation in other areas of defense and trade. This raises the stakes for Canada, as it weighs the benefits of diversification against the risks of alienating its closest ally. What happens next? There are three possible scenarios. First, a full cancellation. Canada ditches the F-35 and picks a European fighter. This would be a bold move, signaling a major shift in Canada's defense strategy. Second, a negotiated deal. The US backtracks on tariffs and Canada continues with the F-35. This would require significant diplomatic efforts, but it's not impossible. Third, a hybrid path. Canada buys fewer F-35s and invests partially in another model. This could be a compromise that satisfies both sides. Experts believe a complete exit isn't simple, but political pressure is mounting. The fate of the F-35 deal could signal how smaller allies push back against US policies. The decision will also have implications for other countries considering similar moves, as they watch how the US responds to Canada's defiance. Will Canada stand firm or seek a last-minute compromise? The fate of the F-35 deal could reshape North American defense ties and set a precedent for how smaller allies respond to US policies. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth analyses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.